I went for a walk up in the City of London, discovered this place, and it was raining, and we were kind of walking all around the little passageways around St Paul's. And there's this tiny passageway called Carter Court, and we walked down there. There was this sort of lovely dripping sound, and it just sounded really lovely. And so I recorded it. That was actually where my project, Amniotic City, began. The door lintel around Carter Court is pre-Great Fire. It's this incredible, it's just, I've got quite obsessed with the wood there. It's absolutely amazing. And there are coins stuck into it. And I took a photo of that, which is on the map. There are some witch marks on there, what we call a potropaic marking, which is designed to, it's kind of like magical protection. Amniotic City's 11 years old now, and I have gone back to the space a few times over the years. And that kind of passageway that's been created using these massive big chunks of wood is just absolutely fascinating. And it just made me think about how old bits of the city are. What I've discovered from really walking around in the city was this sort of female presence under all the concrete and the architecture. Very strongly sort of really spoke to me. And so this idea of the amniotic sac that a baby is in as it's growing, I just felt like the city was sort of providing me with that. Having this title was the idea of being a woman walking in the city, being a single parent. There was a poem in the first edition called Drift with Buggy, which was about taking my son out in the buggy the last day we took the buggy out, and about navigating a city in a buggy. Anyone with a copy of the map can walk around in that space and read the poems where they were written. You can pinpoint pretty much where most of the poems were written, and you can go and read them in that space. Absolutely, yeah. Anywhere that speaks to you, that you're interested in. If it's a place that you just like being in, it could be just like your local park, it could be your local high street, it could be going back to where you went to school, it could be anything really. Anything that has meaning or that makes you feel a certain way when you're there. There are things that have changed. I've changed, so I'm looking at it through different eyes, and so that's definitely affected what I've been writing and been interested in. In a few square yards, there is just still so much to know and so much to discover and so much to have fun with and be creative with. There's a poem going on there called Grotto Day. It would normally happen around the time of the oyster season. Children would make little tiny grottos out of shells and build them, and then maybe put a little light in them. And it was a tradition that happened on the 25th of July, St James's Day. And, where I've been walking a little bit more, you've got, the original Billingsgate Market, where they've now found a Roman bath. So I was looking at St James because I was looking at the traditions around. I'm quite interested in St James because of the whole pilgrim route thing. And one of the places I've been exploring is St James Garlic Hive, which is called Garlic Hive because that's where they bought garlic in, locally, just down at the river. So that, again, it's this whole another aspect of the city that ties in with people bringing stuff in, eating, folk traditions, religious, spiritual traditions, and all of this incredible sort of wealth of history. So I've got a poem about that going in. This is a 2-part creative writing workshop as part of the Magical Women's Conference salons, and they take place on Zoom, so they're online, so you can join from anywhere. So in the workshop I'll be talking about my own work, exploring these ideas of psychogeography, which are naturally playful, and also thinking about how we can bring that into writing creatively.